Hi, and welcome to the Life After Losses blog. This is episode 147. I'm back from vacation with a little bit of vacation scrap. I was told last time the audio was a little off, so I'm trying a different microphone this time. I'm also trying a different setting on the recording, so let's see if this works. We'll dial it in to get it a little bit better. So, this week's episode is about embracing failure. Now, you know that in between space of sleep and awake, that space where your mind wanders and you get the weirdest of ideas that come to you, and somehow they make perfect sense and they solve every issue you've ever had. So the other day, as I was being rocked to sleep on the ship, I found myself in such a place. It felt as if I were walking through a large convention center. And to my left, hanging on a huge banner, were the words, number one life tip: fail, fail spectacularly, fail frequently. And I immediately opened my eyes and I thought, that is so very true. If I fail, that means I tried something, probably something I've never done before. And if I fail, I've learned what I shouldn't do. If I fail, it means I've conquered the fear of doing something. We must stop listening to those little voices in our head telling us that failure is not an option, whether we tell ourselves that or allow others to. Those belief systems are wrong. Truman Capote said that failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. I like a little spice. So why are we so afraid to fail? Because it can be painful, embarrassing? Are we worried about what others might think of us if we fail? Are we afraid of disappointing others, ourselves? Let me let you in on a little secret. Everyone fails. Now, love her or not, J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 different publishers before the first Harry Potter book was released. And do you think she felt like a failure after each of those letters? I was rejected by hundreds of agents and managers before I found 3 that loved me. You know what? Even Michael Jordan, one of the best basketball players of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team. So you can take that failure and use it to fuel your success, or you can hide behind it and never try again. Now, I'm sure there's a middle road somewhere, but I'm just not seeing it. Now, my friend Scott says when you're straddling the fence, you can tend to get splinters in your butt. Now, I kind of had to paraphrase that a little bit. But what can you do to overcome your fear of failure? Now, I believe that the first and most powerful tool you have is to be able to change your mindset about what it means to fail. Failure is simply a lack of success, and you can look at that lack of success as either a negative or a positive. Now, your goal here should be to look at failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. Now, when Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first anchor job, it was because she was too emotionally invested in the story she was covering. And then she used that failure to become one of the most influential talk show hosts on the planet. And we need to set realistic goals. Lord knows I could probably lose 100 pounds or so, but I can't see that right now. What I can see is a realistic goal of 10 pounds, then maybe another 10, and so on. From my experience on this topic, I know that the closer I get to that end goal, the harder it's going to be to achieve. Now, most people stop before they get there because they let failure and those old beliefs get in their heads. Now, your worth as a person is not defined by your failures. And Walt Disney was fired as a cartoonist for his lack of imagination and because he had no good ideas. And what did he wind up doing? He founded one of the most successful companies and created some of the most iconic animated characters of all time. And it's easy to throw our hands up and give up when we fail. And to be honest, sometimes that is the right decision. When you fail, and you will, take the time needed to reflect on what went wrong, what you can do differently the next time. And if you've evaluated that and decided you're not ready to do more, then don't. But don't just give up because it's the easy route. Remember, the failure is part of the learning process. It's not the end of the world. Embrace failure as part of your journey to success. Now, I keep trying because I want my kids to see that failure is an option to get to success. And I hope you do too. Until next week.